Okay, so here we are on the Bitcoin chart. We just started a new month. This is April. Let's see. We've had, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 green months in a row. So it's actually pretty insane. We hit all-time highs last month. I'm just gonna mark out a couple of levels that I like keeping for reference. So that's the previous month high. This is gonna be the current month's open. This is previous month's low. And then the 50% mark of last month's range, 73,951. Let me just do that really quickly. The retracement is coming up 66,519.5. That's the 50% mark. Okay, so 66,519.5. Okay, these are levels that I up above this resistance level. It is a big zone, so it's not like I'm going to mark all of it, but I personally, right, so this all-time high, this is actually a level that I've been monitoring for a while. This previous all-time high at 69,200, yeah. So I'm going to leave that on there because I think it's a key reference level. So previous all-time high. Okay, I'm going to go down to the weekly. That, by the way, as I've said over the last couple of weeks, is the level to watch. As long as we're above it, daily closes, weekly closes above it, I'm leaning more to the upside than I am to the downside. Right? And you might be saying, well, okay, we the last week we closed above, and then today we're pushing lower. For all I know, this could be a retest, right? We had an engulfing candle. This could be a retest, if anything. We're just on Monday. So Thursday, Friday, I wouldn't even be surprised if we had a wick, actually. That's not to say that that's definitely going to happen, right? We go one day at a time. I'm just saying there's no reason to be all out bearish. You got to let the candle paint. So let's see. So now we've got that. That's going to be the previous month. What about the previous week? Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing, actually. So I'm going to take out the previous week high, put that up there. And we've got the weekly open over here. We've got this previous week low. Just going to mark that out again. So what was that? 71,870 was the high, right? So 71,870. There we go. And then the EQ is 69,144.5, which is just about the same level as the previous all-time highs. So obviously, so right away you can tell that this is actually a really important level, right? 69,200. Definitely a big level that I'll be watching. Now let's go down to the daily. Let's see what's going on here. So. Reset. Yeah, so we've got this range really that we're in, right? So that's really the one that I'm going to be watching, that I have been watching, actually. I don't, yeah, let's see. So we've got that again. The value area high is the same as the previous week high. So I've been saying for a while, 72,000, right? It's a big resistance level right now. We've got the value area high. We've got the open of this week. We've got the previous week high all stacked up over there. I'm gonna just get rid of this for now, just so that it's a little more clear. You got too much of a cluster there. Here's the thing: if we close, if we get a daily close below the 69,200 level, it's gonna be a bearish engulfing, right? I am leaning towards a potential retest of, well, first 69.2, that previous all-time high, and then even this, right? So this is even the engulfed candle, so up all the way to what, maybe 69.6. Right? If we get a retest, I am looking at potential shorts to where? Well, first one is going to be this this point of control, 67.1. And if we make a full-on rotation down, then 64.8. And if we break below the value area low, then we actually have the range lows coming in at about 60,000. So those are the targets to the downside if we close like this. We still have about, was it 8 hours? I think, yeah, 7.5 hours before the daily closes. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow to decide if I am actually going to take the short. For now, this isn't looking good on the daily. Right now, if I actually go down to 4 hour, there's this mini range that has formed. Yeah, so you can see this series of up close candles. I retested that. That was what I marked out, right? The engulfed candle. Now we've had this mini range over here over the last week or so, right? Yeah, so all of last week was this mini range. So I'll just mark that out. So it's this level for the most part. Again, we have not broken down below range lows, right? Well, this range in particular. We are still at range low. We're getting some reaction right now. But if the daily does close below this 69,200 level and it's an engulfing, I'm still leaning towards this low being broken, the range lows being broken, and for price to eventually dip down here to the 67.1 and then all the way down to the valley area low over here, right, at 64. If we get back up above 69.2, then this was probably a liquidity grab, right, in which case we are likely going to go higher. If I just drew out a volume profile for this, what would that look like? Yeah. So this is 69.6. Yeah, this whole zone, right? This is that pocket of interest for me. We got to see price close up above this level. If the daily doesn't close up above this, I'm definitely looking for shorts, right? We could continue to see this bigger range play out until halving comes around in a couple of weeks, right? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that's how I'm going to be playing this within this bigger range, right? So if anything, this is probably now another rotation down is coming. So the question is, where am I going to look to short? And so it was that pocket that I marked out. Now, if we break above that pocket, then we're likely going back up to 71 and then eventually to 72.